Hi, I'm Braxton Thornley with another UEN teacher tip. Have you ever been in a situation where you've had a student who finishes the activity way too early and then you don't know what to do with them? Or maybe you have another student who's coming to you and they missed class the last couple of days and they're wondering what they missed? A good way to solve this problem is to have students generate resources for each other that they can then use in class. One thing that I like to use while teaching is asking my students to demonstrate mastery by creating resources for each other. So for instance, if you are studying fractions in class, what you can do with one of your fast finishers is you can ask them to record a really short video explaining a fraction problem to their peers. Then that student who is absent for a couple of days can come and watch that video and learn and catch up while you are working with other students, and then you can circle back around and check with them. Or, for instance, if you're maybe studying geography or something like that, you can have students who need to demonstrate mastery upload links to articles or maps or pictures that other students can then use to support their own learning as well. Two of the tools that I like to use to facilitate this are Flip and Wakelet, and we're going to talk more about how to use those in class today. Today we'll start by talking about Flip. Flip is a website that allows your students to share videos with each other. So we'll start by going to flip.com, and then once you get there and sign in, you're going to go ahead and create a group. And you can think of a group basically as a class or a way to organize your students. So select the level that's appropriate for you, and then go ahead and type in a group name. After you've typed in a group name, you can go ahead and select the background image and click on Create Group, and then you can copy the link to your group, and you can share that with students as needed. Once we've created our group, you'll be able to see that there are a couple of sample topics already available for you in Flip, but today we're going to create our own. Once I click on plus topic, I'm going to go ahead and type in a title for our discussion. And then after I've done that, I'm then going to go in and add instructions for my students. And you can see I can add as many instructions as I need to in this box here. Right below the instructions, we have the ability to add some media to our discussion to kind of fancy it up a little bit. So we can add images, videos, so on and so forth. And then we can also set the recording time that we want our students to meet. So do we want really long videos or really short videos? After we've done that, we're going to go ahead and open up the settings. And you can see that we have the ability to set a start and end date for our topic. We can add comments to our topic, but most importantly, we have the ability to moderate our topic, which allows us to approve students' responses before they post to the discussion board. For the time being, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, and then you can explore the rest of the settings on your own. Once you're done with that, you'll click Post Topic, and then you'll get another link to that specific discussion that you can share with students. Once they have opened up that link, they can then go ahead and record their own responses. Now, the second tool I want to talk about today is Wakelet. And Wakelet you can access by going to wakelet.com and creating a free account. And we're going to start by creating a collection. Once we've created that collection, I'm going to go ahead and title the collection and write some instructions for it as well. And then right below the instructions, you'll see that we have a space to add content to our collection. Now, I'm going to start by adding a website to our collection. So you can see I have another website pulled up here, and I'm going to just drop the link right into that box that appears. I'm also going to go ahead and add some text to this collection. So we'll start by clicking on our text option, and you can see that I can type as much text as I want into that text box. Additionally, I'm going to go ahead and add a photo to our collection, and you can see there are a variety of ways to add photos to this collection, but for right now I'm just going to use a preloaded photo from Unsplash. And now I have a few items inside of my collection. After I've added those items to my collection, I'm going to edit the design of the collection, so you can see I can choose a cover image or a background image if I want, but most importantly I can change the layout of my collection. You can see that there are a number of layouts to choose from, but I want to highlight columns for a minute here. Columns allow me to enter basically different categories inside of a collection. So for this collection, I'm going to create categories for text, websites, and photos. And then I can drag and drop my resources into their corresponding categories. This is a great way to organize a collection if you are working with a lot of resources. But again, you can go ahead and set the layout to whatever fits your needs the best. And then once you have selected your layout, you can then go ahead and share your collection. You're going to do that by clicking the share button in the upper corner, and then you can change the access to that collection to can view or can add. So do you want people to just be able to see it, or do you want people to be able to contribute to it? After that, you're going to click on the copy link button, and you can post that link wherever you need to so that students can access it. So now that we've talked about how to build collections in Wakelet and discussions in Flip, hopefully you have some ideas on how to create systems in your class where students can teach each other and can help each other and support each other, so that first off, you can push your high achieving students a little bit further, but then also support students on the lower end who need a little bit more help. This has been another UEN teacher tip. Please make sure to subscribe so that you can catch next week's.